Hey loves, welcome back to my channel for another video. If you are new here, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Kalesha. I post faith-based and personal development content here on YouTube every single Monday, and I don't think it's a coincidence that you stumbled across my channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can come and grow and fellowship with us. So as you can see by the title, in today's video we are talking about accountability, the willingness to accept responsibility for our own actions. And who really likes to do that? No one. I know I really don't, but it's imperative for our personal development. There are many areas in our life that would just thrive if we could just hold ourselves accountable. Physical fitness, finances, personal development, healthy eating, professional life. The list can go on and on. For the sake of this video and upcoming series, we'll be discussing accountability in relationships. Yes, you heard me right, new series alert. I've been having so much fun creating series and valuable content to share with you guys. We talked about singleness, sex, and now we're gonna dive into dating. So this new series was inspired by that old MTV show called Next. I know y'all remember it. It's where they go on these blind dates, and sometimes before people even got off the bus to meet the person they were gonna go on a date with, the person would just automatically next them because they didn't like how they looked. Or they would get 30 minutes into the date, they say one thing they didn't like, next. So that's what this series was inspired by, and we're calling it Next Dating SOS. SOS, save our souls, because we need help out here dating, okay? And I've dated enough to know I'm doing something wrong, and I think I'm getting pretty close to doing it right. So just as a preface to this video, I do not support serial dating or hopping from relationship to relationship, or even dating multiple people. However, when you're in a relationship that doesn't serve you, or the service you give is not good enough, next, we ain't really got time to be wasting. So before we start this conversation, we have to discuss accountability. The man in the mirror. Yes, you, me. And nobody likes looking at themselves in the mirror and pointing out all the ugly stuff, all the stuff that they can improve. But again, it is imperative for personal development, because the things that you bundled up, that old childhood trauma, that old familial spirit that keeps attacking, that hurt from that past relationship, and anything else that you haven't dealt with or cannot deal with will always resurface and affect the relationships that you create. What is accountability in a relationship? Being accountable in a relationship means acknowledging the effect your behaviors have on your partner and owning how you contribute to the negative cycle. This is the only way a relationship is going to thrive. It's not enough for one person to be able to hold themselves accountable and fix issues while the other person sits back and does absolutely nothing but stays the same. It's not gonna work. Accountability requires taking ownership and entails being responsive to your partner's need. Now, this is gonna take some communication, and depending on who you're in a relationship with or what type of person you're in a relationship with, it may be very hard for you two to communicate. And if this is the case, then you're probably incompatible. But that's a topic for another day. So an example of how you can have effective communication with addressing what you feel you need from your partner, and how you as a partner can respond to your partner's needs. I feel like I just said partner so many times, but I hope y'all stay with me through that. But for an example, your partner tells you that when you curse, it hurts their feelings. But you've always cursed. That's just the kind of person you are. Instead of saying that, you can own it and figure out how you can fix it or do it differently. There's a lot of give and take and compromising in a relationship. And in order to compromise on how you've always been or on your way of doing things, you have to be in a relationship that you actually want. If it's not a relationship that you're serious about, there won't be much accountability or compromise. Accountability requires confidence in yourself as a partner to admit the things that you're not so good at. It takes true humility to say, I'm sorry, or I know I suck at that, I'm gonna try and work to get better or to do better. But don't put those words on the back burner. Your partner needs to hear that. They need that reassurance that you are working to make this relationship thrive. When we really take ownership over our behaviors and our patterns when choosing relationship, and then shift into action to improve things, we will then create healthier relationships. So if you're currently in a relationship, are you and your partner thriving, or are you all at a standstill? If you're thriving, leave us some tips down in the comment section below. Somebody watching this video can use them. But if you notice that you're at a standstill, how are you contributing to this standstill, and how can you all work collectively so that you can begin to thrive? And if you're single like me, why have all your relationships failed? Was it your fault? Is it easier to say it's their fault? What is something that you could have done differently? I feel like I posed the question and now I need to answer it myself. So being transparent, I've been told by my previous relationships that I'm either a spoiled princess, which I have to correct them and say queen. Okay, let's get it right. Or I demand more than I'm willing to give. And coming from their point of view, I cannot invalidate their feelings. They may be right. That's gonna take some accountability and me looking in the mirror on my behalf. But if it was up to me, I'd have to say 1, incompatibility, and 2, ignoring red flags. And to sum both of those up, those are relationships that I never should have entered in the first place. And that's what the next few videos in this series will be hitting on. I tried to keep it a little light today because we coming hard next week. And these next few videos are specifically for my women because I'm a woman, so I gotta talk to y'all. But we are discussing red flags that women ignore. I'm super excited for this video because I have so many, y'all. So many that I've ignored, and I could have saved myself a lot of heartbreak, pain, and everything else that comes with incompatible and toxic relationships. Before we go, I want to hear from you down in the comments. What are some ways you hold yourself accountable? Not only in relationships, but maybe in just your personal development, your personal life, your professional life. Let's just start a little community down there in the comments. I'll start first, so be sure to check the comment section to see how I hold myself accountable in some important areas in my life. Also, if you're excited for next week's video in this upcoming series, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell next to it so that you get notified when the next video goes live. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, love.